All right, wrestling fans, welcome to Scoop on the Slams. He's Danny, I'm John. You know the drill. We're going to review the garbage that was Monday Night Raw and the Wednesday Night Wars, and also just riff on our thoughts on all things wrestling. Danny, if you can describe in one word what Monday Night Raw was.
Can I use 2 words?
Sure, as many as you want. We really have no rules here.
Dumpster fire.
You are correct. 50,000
Nailed it.
points for you, and the points don't matter. It's like whose line?
Yeah, apparently. Nothing matters in WWE anymore either, so, you know.
No. The points, what the crowd, what the audience in general just thinks of the product doesn't matter anymore. Does Vince like it? Then it's going to be on camera.
Yep. That's the moral of the story here, kids. Is please wear your masks so this can all go away and we can have live crowds again to help him with his judgment, because he's losing it, folks.
Yes. And I think the most notable thing that actually affected any storylines in any way that happened was Lana being injured. Now, I'm still not sure if this is kayfabe or not, or if she's really hurt. I don't think she is. I think this is all part of some storyline, and they just decided to change things up on the fly. I don't know. What are you feeling?
Given that it was Nia Jax that was involved, I wouldn't put it. She has hurt multiple people in the past.
So you're thinking Nia actually hurt her during that attack?
Yeah, I think it was a legit injury that she suffered at the hands of Nia Jax, and I believe it because she's done that. She has a history of it.
That crossed my mind, but I thought maybe it was more of a either she hurt herself and they tried to figure out a way to write her off TV, like she was going into it injured, or it's just part of the storyline. One of those two. What you're saying is also very possible.
It could be. It does affect the storyline. Now it's got us talking about it, so it worked, I guess. If it is storyline, I was going to talk about it anyway, but yeah, it was just odd. I had also read that, it could, if it is storyline, the reasoning behind it was that they aren't dropping the belts. So have this whole build-up with Lana and then to have her lose was dumb. And they also don't want Asuka to look weak. But they're still keeping her in the match, so I don't understand this logic at all. The only thing that could come of it that is remotely cool is if Charlotte returns and is her partner.
Yeah, and that looks like it's probably what's going to happen. But
if it is, if they're going to hold off to the Rumble to debut Charlotte, more power to them. But then it's just Mandy Rose or Dana Brooke or whoever they want to throw in there, and they're going to get mauled. It's just dumb all around.
I would rather have Charlotte debut now in this rivalry because it does kind of make sense. Wasn't Nia Jax the one who put her out?
Yes.
So it does make sense, and I think that one surprise entrant in the Rumble should be Becky Lynch if the rumors are true and she's going to come back. I personally don't think it is. I think it's a little too soon. She just had her kid.
Yeah, Charlotte would be more interesting and would make more sense at this point.
Yeah.
She could potentially not even really care about this match and just screw over Asuka and get her automatically in a feud with Asuka and just screw her over in the match, and voila, you have a storyline for the women's championship that is separate from the tag team storyline.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying Asuka and Charlotte to then feud going into WrestleMania?
Going into the Rumble, at least.
Okay, it's something we've already seen. That would be my only gripe about it, but
better than what they currently got.
It is. It is an improvement.
It gets an Orange Cassidy, one of these.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, what else can I touch on for Raw? that made no sense. Well, most of it, but
Most of it. Riddle, Bronuts.
it was just you nailed it. It was a dumpster fire,
It
and they wonder why.
It's becoming more and more and more apparent when Vince McMahon shows up at 1 or 2 in the afternoon and just rips up the script and writes it all over.
It's stuff he finds funny.
Yeah, it's his own personal show now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the court jesters just performing for the king.
Yeah, it's not great. And they had their lowest ratings.
And they wonder why. It's like, what are we doing wrong?
They wonder why, but I spoke about this with you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They always dip this time of year going into the holidays.
True.
And so, yeah, but that is also because the wrestling fans don't care about the product that's being presented on television because the writers are already focused on Royal Rumble and they don't care about what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Royal Rumble is their reset button, and they're all focused on that. And the ratings always dip. And then going to the Rumble, the ratings go back up, and they all pat themselves on the back, and they forget about it until the next December when it happens all over again, and then they all freak out.
Yeah.
It happens every year.
Yeah.
I know it's bizarre.
It really is. Yeah, it's almost like, yeah, our ratings are going to go down, but we're okay with it. So we'll get our garbage out of the way now. Save the.
Yeah,
it's like they want to save all the good stuff for January through April. And like, God forbid, the bragging rights pay-per-view is an amazing pay-per-view with amazing storylines and good payoffs. No. Save that for SummerSlam. Save it for Mania. It's like, you got to save it for the big 2 or 3 pay-per-views. I'm not going to say the big 4 because really Survivor Series isn't big anymore.
Then you know what? Take a page out of NXT's book. Maybe don't do one every month.
I've been saying that for years. Do 5 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
That way they actually mean something and it's not just a Sunday night episode of Raw.
Yeah. Of Raw Smack. I don't know. That sounds dirty. Never mind.
Yeah.
Raw Down. Nope. That doesn't sound good either.
It's just a Sunday night episode of weekly wrestling. It's not. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, I can't make it not dirty. Because then I was like, Smack Raw, also bad. Down Raw, also nope. Can't do any of it. Sorry.
The word Raw in it just ruins it. So just leave it alone.
Yep, I've ruined all the possibilities. Okay, sorry about that.
Speaking of ruining things, one more thing about Raw, and then we'll leave that dumpster fire alone. Ricochet. They have him in this kind of underdog storyline with. Why do I always blank on the stupid name?
Retribution.
Retribution. I'm like, Revival? No, Retribution.
Yes.
Thank you. And why they're still a thing, I have no idea. But they have him.
They got to win, didn't they?
Well, that's the problem. They have him like facing everybody in the group, like before Mustafa Ali or something, and he loses to everybody in the group. Like,
I think the point is that WWE does this a lot, that they tease that somebody's going to join this group and then they don't. They should just pull the trigger more often on this and have him turn heel and join Retribution. Have him be a tag team with Mustafa Ali and be like Wreck House in the tag team division. Focus.
Well, that's the thing. They change things on the fly. And now we heard those reports, I think it was from WrestleVotes on Twitter, that, obviously they're not happy with the low ratings and drastic changes could be coming.
Yeah, that Vince McMahon wants to shake things up. Okay.
97th time in the last 2 years.
Yeah, we could probably get the, I don't know, well, the wild card rule, and that's where all that stuff usually comes from, and I'm not here for it.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I saw a tweet. You know what? I'll bring it up right now. We tweeted on our account. I sent it out, like I tweeted it like a day or two ago, and I thought this was hilarious. The ideas that Vince has had the last 2 years.
He's had what, the wild card rule?
Yeah, I remember it's been 8 of them.
Oh Jesus.
And I respond. No, I didn't tweet. I responded to the guy. So we're 0 for 8. Okay, here we go. This is Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com, and he wrote some impromptu ideas in the last 2 years that were supposed to fix Monday Night Raw. Number 1, you are the authority. Remember they told us that lie?
Yeah.
The Superstar Shakeup. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Wild Card Rule.
Yeah.
The brand-to-brand invitational.
Which is basically the wild card rule, but okay.
The no commercials during matches.
Mm-hmm. That was a lie.
I'm not sure if I remember this one. Raw Dark. They did like an AEW Dark, I guess.
I don't remember that one. But
No.
Raw Underground, if that's what they're referring to. Yeah.
No, this is a separate thing. Raw Underground. Yeah, Raw Underground was just, I don't know what the hell that was. And then finally,
apparently to Vince's credit, not credit, Raw Underground was Shane's idea.
Oh, I know. I don't blame Vince for that one. And then finally, Retribution. So we're 0 for 8.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So we're gonna have a great idea coming at us on Monday, huh?
Right, that's what I'm alluding to. We're gonna have some whatever, like I think a bunch of guys, Cesaro's gonna be one of them, maybe a couple of girls are gonna get like this, you know, the dreaded 3-week push and then drop. So
yeah, I hope not, at least for their sake. Like Chad Gable should be given a fair shake with Otis. I like this American Alpha Academy, whatever the hell they call it. I dig it. Lean into it. Give me more.
They're friends to begin with. They've been posting on Instagram throughout, you know, the pandemic time that they work out together a lot. So they obviously have chemistry. And
yeah, for what it's worth, it doesn't mean anything, but he posted a workout video with Braun Strowman, actually. Otis did.
Mm-hmm.
They were working out together. Braun Strowman has a new haircut, which is all kinds of fun.
Yep. Yeah, Gable and Otis are tag team specialists. So let them do what they're good at.
Yeah, that Alpha Academy would just do wonders, man.
Yeah, you know, if it works.
And I like that, you know, they're kind of giving like a wink and a nod to everybody that remembers American Alpha. Like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a tip of the cap to where he came from, and Otis apparently needs some schooling. So,
yeah. So I hope they keep them together, and I just like seeing Otis on my television screen. It's great.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Exactly. So that was Raw. Now on to Wednesday night. NXT, I thought, had the better show for the 3rd week in a row now, and it reflected in the ratings this time. AEW dropped down to like an 800,000, and NXT was like 780 something. So they were like neck and neck.
Yeah, it was neck and neck. I saw that.
Yeah. NXT, solid show. AEW, they've yet to have a bad show of Dynamite, in my opinion. But this was kind of close. This was like a meh show.
It wasn't bad. I would agree with that sentiment. They have yet to have a bad show, but this one was there. I told you my quote-unquote controversial thoughts on Sting.
Please share with the fans.
I think they're using him too much. I know that's only been 3 weeks, but I think just him coming out pointing a bat without doing any actual wrestling is...
It has a diminishing return for sure. Like, yeah, if you do too much.
Good term. Good term. Look at you.
Thank you. College degree. I should post it here.
Yeah, I should get mine. It's at my parents' house in a closet somewhere.
Yeah, just collecting dust.
They're ashamed.
Yeah. Yeah, Sting coming, either coming down from the rafters or appearing and pointing the bat is a special moment. You cannot just do it, recycle it every week.
Yeah, you can't. I hope that they build more on the Darby Allin. Read an interview with Darby Allin that he said that he was, he's open to a match with Sting, but he hasn't really gotten to talk to him, apparently. He's open to a match with Sting. He's open to Sting being his manager. Like, he's like, yeah, like, I'm down. Like, whatever they want to do,
That'd be
let's
so
do
weird
it.
to see Sting as a manager. That would be odd, but.
And then he was like, and Darby Allin, of course, being Darby Allin, because he's always in character, apparently, he was like, but I don't even know if I'm manageable. I was like, oh, good Lord. I love this guy.
He's fantastic. He really is. Yeah. Put Sting, on the shelf for a little while. Let us miss him for a little bit and then bring him back.
Not. Throw him in. He doesn't have to do a whole lot. Put him in a 6-man tag with him, Cody, and Darby Allin versus Team Taz.
I think that's what they're building towards. But I'm just saying, have him off screen for a couple weeks. Wait for Revolution. That's what I would do. Which I believe
he's worthy of pay-per-view match.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not even a question. And yeah, but yeah, I agree. Hold off on his appearances.
For sure.
Maybe not even do the appearance. Maybe just, flash the crow up or something, like when every time Taz talks, just have a crow behind him or something. Like, that's, I don't know.
Like one of the Fiend puppets or something?
Yeah, it's just a crow just sitting there and then staring at him. Like, I don't know. That'll be dope. Just little things.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of the
Or every time Taz talks, there's like a little bit of snow that drizzles.
Yeah. No, but speaking of the Fiend, they announced that they're going to have a Firefly Inferno match, him and Randy Orton.
Okay.
I think that's what I read. What is that? Like,
I don't know.
A Firefly. Well, what do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be like a cinematic thing, like
Firefly?
Firefly?
Could be cinematic, and say it ends in an Inferno match.
Like it'll end. There'll be some cinematic stuff, and then
ends in a ring in an Inferno match.
Yeah. Which, by the way, fun fact, there's only been 4 Inferno matches in history.
That would be cool. And I'm assuming they all involved Kane or The Undertaker. All 4.
I'm thinking they all involved Kane, yeah.
So, cool. Having an Inferno match that doesn't have Kane in it, I'm all for it. Absolutely. It's kind of weird, but I like it.
Yeah. So, that's going to be for TLC, and
that or it'll end in Randy Orton burning down another house. I don't know what it's going to be. I hope he doesn't burn down the Firefly Funhouse, because I'd really miss the show.
No, you got to keep, like, the Fiend has to keep going into the next WrestleMania. To then, my dream is for the Fiend to retire Triple H. Because can you imagine all the little hidden jabs and jokes that he could take at Triple H about burying people and all that stuff?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh my God.
Because I don't know if we're ever going to see John Cena in a match again, so he might have effectively retired John Cena.
I don't think he did. I'm hearing rumors. I mean, there's always rumors going into WrestleMania of like everyone coming back, but I don't think he retired John Cena. I think Cena just took the year off, which I think is appropriate after that match. He'll appear as part of the SmackDown roster, probably away from the Fiend, and then he'll do like his little farewell tour. Then he'll have his retire. That's what I would do if I was him.
Yeah, he deserves a proper goodbye match.
Proper send off. Putting a young guy over. I have my ideas. I've said it. I think when we've recorded, I think it should be like an Adam Cole or like a Velveteen Dream, somebody like that.
Hey, with a heel Roman Reigns right now, I put that match is money right now.
That's a good point. Yeah,
money right now.
That match is way more money than it was the last time they did it. And the last time they did it, I thought they did a good job with all the breaking.
They did a great job. But that match would be money.
Because he's a different Roman now.
Exactly. He's badass. It's
And
awesome.
And then John Cena cutting promos with Paul Heyman. That's always good. That's fun for the whole family. So, yeah.
That's made for TV, man.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yet they want to do Goldberg. I don't get it.
Well, Cena's making movies, man. Goldberg's not.
I know, but Cena's a company guy. It's WrestleMania. They can convince him to come by for, swing by for a couple weeks, rehearse a match, get it done, and hop on a plane. Like, I know Cena's schedule. Like, sitting here.
Yeah, you're his personal assistant now, are you?
Huh?
You're his personal assistant now, are you?
He can do it. He's got time.
He's got all the time in the world.
He's fine. Yeah, so that would be dope. Yeah, there's all these different possibilities they can do with Roman because he's so strong right now, but they want to do Goldberg. I don't get it.
Nobody gets it. Only Vince does.
You could do Cena. You could do, now I'm talking Mania. You could do Cena. You could do Seth. Seth would be the no-brainer for me.
I mean, he's the full-timer that's there. Use him. Use the full-timers.
Flip him over to SmackDown. I mean, they perform at the same freaking building anyways. It's not, they make it like.
Is he on SmackDown? I think so.
Aren't
the Mysterios on SmackDown?
Yeah, you're right. He is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
No, because I got used to him being like the Raw Messiah or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Monday Night Messiah.
Yeah, I got used to that. No, you're right. He is on SmackDown. That's true.
Yeah, then they tried saying Friday Night Messiah, and it doesn't have the same effect.
No, not at all.
No. Have him come back, burn it down, music, hit it.
I'm telling you, that burn it down music hits at, I would love it to hit at 30, but whatever number. That burn it down music hits, everyone watching at home virtually will go insane.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah.
I would.
It would be amazing. And then, like, Roman comes out and, like, goes to hug him, and then he's like, points at the sign or something, or points at the belt, and is like, that's mine.
I'm all for it. I'm here for that.
I like.
AEW, we talked about Sting a little bit.
Yeah.
We got an important. The match itself was great. Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela, but it sets up an even bigger match for, I think it's next week or the week after. We're going to get Kenny Omega versus Rey Fenix, which is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like, again, they listen to the fans more than anybody because, like, on the internet, people were talking about, man, they had these amazing matches. Why hasn't that happened on AEW? Oh, next week. It's coming.
Yeah. And, they're putting over the younger guys. Like SCU I think it was SCU, put over the Acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SCU put over the Acclaimed. And you've got, like, this new generation. And then you've got Hardy doing a very weird thing with the Hardy Party. He looks like he's kind of trying to be a dictator over there.
Yeah,
I ended up rooting for the Dark Order because why not?
The two guys specifically that are teaming with
Hangman Adam Page, yeah.
With Hangman, yeah, they're hilarious. I got to admit, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, John Silver and
the other dude.
Forgot the other dude's name.
What are the names? 5 and 7 from the group. 5 and 10.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I find myself, they're such clowns, I find myself rooting for them. There's something endearing about them.
Yeah, they came out with the same little, very poor, they're like plastic cowboy hats, and they put one on Hangman, and he just chucked it off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And JR, of course, had comments. He was like, they need to step their hat game. I like all of this. MJF taking shots at Jericho, like indirect shots at Jericho in the promos backstage, saying that, like, I see what people are saying online, that I'm a better performer than Jericho. And he was like, but I see a mentor. It was just brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake Hager did the worst version of the F10, which is Wardlow's finisher,
Mm-hmm.
it was horrendous. It looked sloppy. It looked like it hurt the other person. That's what happened over there. Those are my little bits from AEW. And NXT's told, like you said, it was a better show, in my opinion. What were your thoughts on the episode?
Same. NXT I thought was a better show overall. And I don't know, NXT is starting to get me excited about NXT again. Actually looking forward to that New Year's Evil thing. I think they're going to have...
Yeah, it's like a pretty stacked card. We're going to get Karrion Kross, and surprise, surprise, he called out Damian Priest, and they're going to have a little scuffle.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor, which they had a classic. One of the best NXT title matches of all time. I think it's top 5, in my opinion.
Fair enough. As much as I would have loved to have seen Pete Dunne go at it.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen Pete Dunne instead, but can't go wrong with O'Reilly and Finn too.
If they're gonna give it to O'Reilly, I think it's the better move.
Yeah, because in the near future, if you're gonna pass the torch, I think O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne is a great future feud.
Ultimately, whoever it is, I think is going to have to lose to Karrion Kross, because I think he's coming for that. He's going to be at the top of the card very, very soon.
If that's the case, then I think he's going to take it off Finn. Unless you want to protect Finn, I don't know.
Yeah, I would protect Finn.
Put it on Kyle O'Reilly, have a feel-good moment, and then Kross kills him.
Kross just murders him, and then maybe Finn is coming at Kross.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool. Little David versus Goliath, but it would be a very believable win.
Yeah.
I do eventually. I mean, the storyline that I'm saddest about that did not happen in 2020. There's a bunch of things, and you could tell me what yours was, what they were gonna plan on doing and didn't do because of the pandemic. But the one I was very sad about was Finn Balor versus Walter. Very sad that it didn't happen. I'm sure it eventually will. It has to.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
But man, I remember whenever it was, January-ish, around there, February, when Finn Balor came on NXT TV and he said all the things he's done: NXT champion, done it; tag team champion, done it; Universal champion, done it. And all of a sudden that Imperium music hits. But oh my God, I was very excited. And it never happened, unfortunately, because NXT UK had to completely shut down. I mean, they just got back to action fairly recently.
Yeah.
So it was a shame.
Tyler Bate is back over there. He's back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Happy to see him back.
Yeah. No, me too. No, so it was a shame it didn't happen.
We can get him stateside soon.
Hopefully. He's very young, but yeah, eventually. But I think that feud will eventually happen, Finn and Walter, and there'll be a lot of chops, a lot of very loud chops in that match. It'll be very stiff.
Ouch.
A lot of ouch moments, which is why I watch wrestling at the end of the day. Those moments of, ooh, that really hurt. Like, I think that's why I still watch wrestling as an adult.
Yeah, that's why people watch NASCAR, right? They don't watch it for the race. They watch it for the wrecks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we secretly watch everything for the violence.
Yeah. My saddest thing that didn't happen in 2020 is just reading about it after the fact. Apparently, if there was going to be a live WrestleMania, we were going to get a Nexus reunion?
Yeah, that was rumored.
And they were ready to go. Like, everybody was ready.
I mean, typical WWE style, them wanting to rehash something that worked once. But it worked so well, it could have worked again, because we hadn't seen Wade Barrett in years at that point.
Right.
And you still have, would they have brought back everybody, like Ryback? If they could bring in Ryback with that, and David Otunga.
Yeah, it was literally like Darren Young was going to be there. Everyone.
I know Darren Young was rumored, and he was like down to do it. What about Daniel Bryan?
I don't see why not. Do it.
Because he wasn't really part of that Nexus run. Remember, he got fired for choking somebody with a tie. So he got dropped and he came back later. So he wasn't really part of the heel stable. But imagine if they threw him in there. That'd be cool.
Hey, you know what? They could still do this. Have Retribution have their fun and all this stuff, and then just Nexus just wrecks them.
Yes, that'd be fantastic.
Just wrecks them. Like, this is how it's done, kids.
That'd be phenomenal. That'd be
like, look, we don't need masks to do it.
Oh my God, I would love that.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're gonna be thinking about that.
Yeah. By the way, little side note. I bet Wade Barrett is gonna pull a Bradshaw and come from around the announce table and join in the Royal Rumble.
Wade Barrett?
Yeah. Well, I know he's an announcer for NXT.
I was gonna say, that's assuming that the NXT announcers are gonna be there.
I know. I was making a joke, but yeah, no, I fully expect him to be one of the
surprise entrants.
Yeah, because there's like always 4 or 5 surprise dudes, and if they were going to
I've got some bad news.
Yeah, and if they were going to do a Nexus reunion, if they still want to try it, that's a good way to tease it, to test it out. How much would the crowd like Wade Barrett coming out?
Yeah, you can do that. Have them have a little stare off with Daniel Bryan. Maybe they work together in tandem for a little bit.
I would be when you said Daniel Bryan could be thrown in there. I'm like, yeah, he could be. Like, why not? Daniel Bryan needs something. He's just kind of floating around again.
Yeah, because it doesn't see. Well, he effectively got booted out of the IC picture because I think that's going to be Big E.
Big E and Sammy, yeah, which is good. I like that.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't know if Big E wins. Unfortunately,
he doesn't need to. Just have a good feud, and because I think ultimately KO should take the belt off of Sammy at WrestleMania. Please,
yep.
Vince, if you're watching this, I know you are. Make it happen.
Yep. Yeah, he's totally watching us.
Absolutely.
And not like a rerun of Raw.
Okay.
Just so he knows what to do next week. He's watching this week, so he knows what to do next week.
He's watching an episode of Raw from '96 to see what he wants to do.
Oh, right.
Next week. He'll bring back Doink the Clown. Watch. I can totally see that happening.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't put it out there. Too late. It's out there.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We got SmackDown tonight. Mm-hmm. We'll see how that go-home show for TLC is going to work. We got to get through it, man, because we got to get the TLC.
God, I never thought I'd say that. I used to be excited for these go-home shows, but it's like, God, don't screw it up even more than you already have. Just coast the car into the driveway.
Hey, you know what? If anything, we're going to get hopefully a great promo from Paul Heyman tonight. He always delivers on the go-home shows. Yeah. I'll watch it just for that, to be quite honest.
I mean, I'll always turn on the TV for Paul Heyman. But, yeah, so we got SmackDown tonight, TLC on Sunday, and hopefully it's not a giant dumpster fire. And until then...
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. So until next time, this has been The Scoop on the Slams. See you next time.
See ya.